This is an example of what we call a prepared speech. And at every club meeting, we have members who deliver a speech like that. Then they receive feedback from evaluators. And through practice and mentorship, members like Shitra learn how to craft a speech, how to use gestures and vocal variety to address an audience. And besides the prepared speeches, we have table topics, which is a part of the meeting where members are asked a question and they try to answer on the spot within 2 minutes, which is a great way to learn how to practice impromptu speaking. And I would like to mention that we also have functionaries during the meeting who help speakers improve their speech fluidity, use of language, and time management. Do you?
The thing I love about him, though, is his dedication. One could say that it's indomitable. He'll get up at 6:30 a.m. just to be here at these meetings. And with the biggest challenge I've had in mentorship so far, a long-distance relationship. And when I say long, I mean long-distance relationship, because he is 12 hours on the other side of the world. The only way it could get further is if I was mentoring an alien or something. And although Alasera claims to be an alien, fortunately, he's been in Rochester when I've mentored him.
I come from the city called Mumbai, and even though we have a winter season, it's not really winter. We just have excruciating heat and heat. The people who own cars here, I'm pretty sure you're guilty of traveling some of the shortest trips that you could have just walked. You could just ditch your car and walk wherever you want to walk. This way you will exercise your body, curb pollution, and become more aware of your surroundings. I think I just committed a crime by making that last statement. Oh, really, Bhakti? If you had to go to Niagara Falls, you would walk there? Really?
When I was 6 years old, all I wanted to be was uneducated. It was very hard for me to learn how to read and write. Now the good news is, my mother was teaching me. The bad news is, my mother was teaching me. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. My mother is a short and chubby woman just like a panda in a human body. One day, while she was teaching me, she saw what I had written in my notebook and she said, "Son, do you know that everything you have written is absolutely wrong? Are you a donkey?" Now who has been scolded by their mother? Who thinks scoldings can be improved?
Show of hands. How many of you have fears? How many of you have tried to overcome those fears? How many of you have failed to overcome those fears? And how many of you love dogs? That's right. I'm afraid of dogs. As a matter of fact, I'm so afraid of dogs that if I see a dog in a room, I just want to escape that. If I see a dog on the street, I want to take a detour from that street. Yes, I'm afraid of an animal that millions of people around the world love and
climb. Now this second mountain had 10 hairpin bends and with a cut on top which would lead you to the other side of the mountain. As we were preparing our minds to cross this difficult climb, we were faced with a challenging situation. One of my teammates' cycle got punctured just before the climb. Now, as a leader, you have to always be mindful of your team's momentum and don't let it break under any circumstance. Since we had already made our mind to make the climb, we decided to postpone the event of repairing the puncture until we reach the top uphill. Because anyways, we were going to walk most of the zigzag path. So slowly, we started dragging our cycles walking our cycles alongside, dragging feet by feet.
Do you ever feel it is difficult for you to fit in a new environment? I felt when I first joined RIT 2 years ago, it was difficult for me to fit in this new environment. I saw all these talented people around. Talent was just oozing in the campus. It wouldn't shock me if I saw Iron Man walking past by in the campus. On the day of the orientation, I saw students who have been giving their speeches for 300 or more people. I was in shock. I was awestruck. Not only did they speak for 15 straight minutes, their message was clear and concise. They did not have trembling legs and hands. That felt perfection to me. Few days later, my friends and I have lunch at Crossroads, and I see this guy who has been practicing his parkour and skateboarding techniques. He could flip once and smoothly land on his skateboard and move past. I thought that was perfection. His friends come by and tell him something, and few trials later, he could flip twice and land on the skateboard smoothly. What I thought was perfection 2 minutes ago had literally changed. That's when I realized perfection is a myth. Everyone strives for a different level of perfection.
Whatever your major is, Toastmasters educational program may help you reach your personal and professional goals. Ralph Smedley, who is the founder of the organization, said, "Whatever your graded position, if you know how and when to speak, when to remain silent, your chances of real success are proportionally increased." Tiger Tail Toastmaster Club has meeting on Wednesday from 6:30 to 7:45 p.m. Join us for a journey of learning and mutual enrichment.